From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This is Roz and Mocha.
it's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
This is Selena Gomez.
The Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow!
You just won $1,000.
It's amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man. This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
According to the Daily Mail, the Toronto Blue Jays are the current favorites to sign Japanese superstar Shohei Ohtani.
What?
With the Los Angeles
For how
Dodgers
much?
and the San Francisco Giants as the second and third favorites. They say, quote, the insider, he feels that Toronto will be capable to compete for years to come, and he would be a beacon for other free agents to join him and create a winning team. And he would also be able to live a life out of the constant LA limelight. He's a pitching machine.
Hold on. They calling Toronto boring?
What's that? No, but it's not LA. You know what I mean? He's a super low-key dude. Like during all these negotiations, he told everybody that he was meeting with, don't say a word. Like nothing. It was really weird. And then one of the guys in LA, like somebody in management was like, yeah, we met him. It was great. It was a great meeting. And like even saying that was too much. Like way too much. So Baseball
But the
Insiders...
Jays organization can't afford... Could they afford that contract?
Baseball insiders say that it will be between a $500 and $600 million contract.
Oh, my God.
To land him. And then Steve Simmons reported yesterday that Rogers, who owns the Jays and our asses, are looking to not renew their 12-year, $5.2 billion NHL deal, if you remember. So they are in the 10th year of the 12-year deal. So next season and the season after that, if you remember, TSN was stunned when they lost the rights to the NHL games 10 years ago. But what they learned is that they've actually done better and are more profitable without that massive deal. So Steve Simmons says that if Rogers could get out of the deal today, they would do so. Then one of those weirdos on Twitter posted that a private jet from Anaheim to Toronto has popped up on flight trackers leaving 9 a.m. LA time today.
Get out of here.
And it's the same type of jet that Ohtani has used in the past.
So he's coming here.
Let's go.
If this deal goes through, guys, guess what? Say goodbye to Looney Hot Dog Night.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
No.
And say hello to Mocha's new baseball group chat.
Yeah. Oh, guys, I love the Jays so much.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I love it. And I love this company. Rogers.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, but it's one
Always
of the
reliable.
most. It's one of the most like anticipated and watched storylines in baseball this year, and I would say for like a real long time.
Yeah, this would be the equivalent of landing like LeBron James or
right?
Sidney Crosby or Connor McDavid.
Yeah.
It's that level.
That's how good he is, because he's a pitcher and also a DH, right? And he like crushes. But he's super low key. But I guess Rogers wants him to sell cell phones and stuff like that. Right? Like, get your ass up here, like that's.
I've always wanted to be a pitcher.
Yeah, I think you'd be good out there. I really do.
For the Jays.
Yeah, I really do. I think you'd be great.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, Pantone has revealed the color for 2024.
Who?
Pantone. Pantone is the company that does they do like a matching system. So in like the 60s, I think they were the ones that gave all the colors a number. So they help brands now match colors and
like Benjamin Moore.
Color is their thing. Like they are the world authority on color. Okay. And the color of the year going into 2024 is what did you say?
Brown.
No.
Aubergine.
Aubergine. What does that look like, Maury?
Eggplant.
No, incorrect.
Black.
Green.
Incorrect. The color is peach fuzz. Peach fuzz, described as a gentle, warm, and cozy and heartfelt color. and it's a shade selected to represent whatever comes next year, they say. Pantone revealed that Peach Fuzz to be the 2024 color of the year. They did this yesterday. They went on to say it's a heartfelt peach hue, bringing a feeling of tenderness and communicating a message of caring and sharing, community and collaboration.
I ain't mad at that. I like that color.
It's a nice color.
So Pantone, huh?
Yeah, Pantone. They're the people.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Selena Gomez confirming her relationship with Benny Blanco, who is Justin Timberlake's ex-pal and collaborator. I can't look at Benny Blanco normal anymore after I watched Dave, that show.
Oh.
There's a season with Benny Blanco. And
Shum knows.
Yeah. Right?
Yo, I forgot about that.
He's just so weird in that show.
So strange.
So weird, and like I thought he was gay, because he's just really gay in the show, right? But I didn't and I don't know if that was really him or if he's a completely different guy than he was in Dave. I don't know, but so they're together, they're hooked up,
all right.
And people thought that Selena Gomez had actually been hacked because of the way that she was defending and talking about this relationship.
Oh my God, really? Why?
Yeah. So she commented. So somebody. There was a story that said Selena Gomez seemingly confirms that she is in a relationship, and then she just commented with the word facts, right?
Yeah.
And then everybody started screen grabbing all these other Instagram accounts where she was jumping into the comments. And in one comment, she said about Benny Blanco and the rumors that they were dating, she goes, he is her absolute everything, while in another she claimed that he's the best thing that ever happened to her. In a third comment, she said, he's still better than anyone I've ever been with. Facts.
Aww.
She goes on to say, he has treated me better than any human being on this planet. And then when people started denying that it was her, she said, I don't understand. This is my happiness. This is my happiest. If you don't care about me, feel free to say whatever you want. But I will never allow your words to guide my life, ever. I'm done. And then she concluded by saying, if you can't accept me at my happiest, then don't be in my life at all.
Ooh, in your face, everybody.
Damn.
I'm happy Selena's happy.
And then she posted a picture of the two of them together.
That's fine. I'm good with it.
Yeah.
I mean, what do I care? It's her life.
I don't care. I just thought he's a weird guy. Yeah. Maybe he's not. I don't know. Maybe he's just a good actor and he was just super weird on Dave.
He played himself.
Oh.
But he was Benny Blanco on Dave.
Yeah,
he wasn't playing anybody else.
Yeah.
I
wonder if Selena's seen that episode or that season.
I don't know.
Maybe not. Maybe she was filming Only Murders during that time.
But maybe that's what did it. Maybe that's what she's super into, right?
Yeah.
Hey, who knows? Right? He looks good in a kimono.
She's like method actor, whatever. I'm happy for Selena, though.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
The world is still coming down from the shock of Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree hitting number one after all these years, the Brenda Lee hit. The shock isn't that the song finally went number one after all these years. I think the shock that people are still dealing with is when we all found out that this is a 13-year-old girl singing this and not a 65-year-old woman.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 13-year-old child.
Yeah. Also, it doesn't sound like she says pumpkin pie in that song.
No.
I've always thought that.
Brenda Lee is 78. So it turns out the reigning Queen of Christmas, Mariah Carey, sent Brenda Lee a bouquet of flowers that she then posted on Instagram with the note reading, "Congratulations on your historic number one. Have a Merry Christmas. Love, Mariah."
Aww.
So all the Christmas queens backing each other.
That's shade. Are you kidding me?
You think so?
That is shade.
You think that? You think
Like
she's
secret shade?
a
Why?
78-year-old?
Mariah is the queen of Christmas. All I want from Christmas is always number one. That's to let her know, all right, Brenda.
If you're going to shade around Christmas, though, you got something going to be wrong with you.
Yeah,
I'll tell you, though, the
queen,
only reason why don't get me wrong, I think Mariah is shade, okay? But the only reason why I thought maybe this was genuine was simply because Mariah also went through that when her song finally went number one. Because All I Want for Christmas Is You was not number one that first year. Like, how long did it take, Maury?
It took a long time. It took the fans to do it. And in fact,
Like
she writes
years.
about how she loves this song in her book that I just finished.
Interesting. I still think shade, though. I think you're right.
Shady.
Yeah. 13 years old, though. That's how old she was.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I don't know what's going on with Kodak Black. I don't know anything about Kodak Black, but I know that he got the ultimate gift. He was in the joint. He was doing time, and Donald Trump pardoned him in 2020, right? Like when you get a presidential pardon, if that doesn't set you on the right path in life.
Because that's what, like,
that is
you
a
will
gift.
never get that again.
Ever.
No.
Okay? That is one and done.
Thank you.
Take advantage of the advantage.
So I guess Kodak Black was in his car in Florida. Highway Patrol detected the smell of marijuana after they pulled him over. Troopers searched the vehicle and noticed Kodak Black turned his back to him when they saw them. And then the cops saw white powder falling out of his pockets. And the officers noticed Kodak Black's mouth was full of white powder and later observed several white sock-like objects on the ground that have cocaine in them. And they also found $75,000 in cash on him.
Kodak Black.
So he's got another trial, and he's probably going back to the joint. And
ain't no pardon this time.
You blew it.
You idiot.
You blew it.
No, he snorted it.
You had a presidential
And
pardon.
he probably ate it, too, by the sounds of it.
And it really does.
He was trying to hide it in every area.
Like, you got to be some kind of monster to start eating the cocaine. Yeah. Right? Like, you got to worry about nothing in life. When you get pulled over and you start eating the cocaine, you care about nothing.
You're like, well, if this is it, this is it. I'm going out like Tony Montana.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hanukkah kicked off last night.
Hey, happy Hanukkah, everybody.
It was the Festival of Lights. This year, many Jewish leaders say the celebration is especially significant given the rise in anti-Semitism and, of course, the war in Israel and Gaza. Hanukkah, one of the mysteries for non-Jewish people, which is the double spelling of Hanukkah, right? There's the typical H-A-N-U-K-K-A-H, Hanukkah, and then there is the C-H-U-N-N-U-K-A-H. Do you know the difference, Maury? Why there's two spellings?
I don't know the difference, but my family spells it with the CH.
With the CH, and it's pronounced
Hanukkah. But my box of candles is the H.
It is. Interesting. And so we got to relive this. I don't know when this was from. Was it last year?
No, 2020.
2020. Smokey Robinson. Remember when Cameo was a thing where all these, I don't want to say washed up because that's very disrespectful to Smokey Robinson.
Was on Cameo.
So washed up, where celebrities would go on, and you could pay celebrities to do a personalized greeting for you or your coworkers or your family members, and you pay them like a couple $100, and then you get somebody like Smokey Robinson wishing a family member a happy Hanukkah.
Hey, Margot, how you doing? Surprise, surprise. This is Smokey Robinson. I know you didn't expect to hear from me, but I was contacted by your sons, Jeff and Jared, and they wanted me to wish you happy Chanukah. I have no idea what Chanukah is, but happy Chanukah. Anyway, God bless you, babe, and enjoy Chanukah. Have a wonderful time.
Yo, can I tell you, every time since that happened in December of 2020 with Smokey Robinson, every year since around Hanukkah, I always say, happy Chanukah and a good Chanukah. Simply because back then we had put together, like, every time Smokey said Chanukah, like a supercut.
Happy Chanukah, but happy Chanukah and enjoy Chanukah.
I always say that. Happy Chanukah and enjoy Chanukah.
Happy Chanukah, but happy Chanukah and enjoy Chanukah.
And enjoy Chanukah.
Come on, Smokey, what you doing, bro?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
LeBron James was cheering on his son Bronny as he made his USC basketball debut over the weekend.
Hey, we got Bronny.
This was 4 months after Bronny suffered a cardiac arrest during a team practice. The Trojans actually wound up losing the game to Long Beach State, 84-79. But LeBron went on Instagram a little bit afterwards and
told his kid to run laps. You can't come in the house until you run 100 laps.
Reposted a post from Nike that just simply read the next step to greatness. But yes, Andy was like, you run laps.
Yeah. I'm King James.
Yes. It's good to see him back, though.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Adam Driver, I guess, was hosting Saturday Night Live on the weekend. Here's a little bit from Adam Driver's monologue.
Hey, Santa! All right, we're on TV. Hey, Santa. It's me, Adam, driver, from the nice list, and also girls. I turned 40 this year, Santa, so I'd like 5 pairs of chinos. I also wanted one of those giant metal Tesla trucks. I think it would pair perfectly with my teeny tiny micro penis.
Wow.
Oh, and I'd like people to stop coming up to me on the street saying, "You killed Han Solo." I didn't kill Han Solo. Wokeness killed Han Solo. Let's see, what else do I want? Oh, you know those TikToks where it's like those couples who do pranks on each other? Can you kill those people?
It wasn't bad. Olivia Rodrigo was a musical guest. What did she perform?
Vampire.
There we go.
Hate to give the satisfaction asking how you're doing now. How's the castle built of people you pretend to care about? Just what you wanted. Look at you, cool guy, you got it.
So good.
I see the parties and the diamonds. Sometimes when I close my eyes, 6 months of torture you sold. Some forbidden paradise. I loved you truly. You gotta laugh at the stupidity. 'Cause I've made
Okay, there you go.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Tony Romo. God, man, like you can't do anything Taylor Swift related without having everybody just crawl all up your ass, man.
What happened now?
So Tony Romo was calling the game, the Chiefs game against the Bills, and he accidentally called Taylor, Travis Kelce's wife.
Oh, what a play to Kelce. As you see, Kelce's wife, Taylor Swift, in the audience, or I'm sorry, girlfriend.
Not yet.
What?
You don't know something we don't know, do you?
And oh my God, the fans.
The Taylor fans?
Oh my God.
What were they all saying?
Oh, they're saying, oh my God, Tony Romo's shipping them together too. He's on Team Swelky, or whatever the hell they call it. I don't know.
Swelky?
Yeah.
That's an ugly
terrible
name.
name.
Swelky.
Yeah. Anyway,
You see a doctor for that. You can get an ointment. What do you got, Swelky? Again?
Yeah, where? Yeah.
Oh, everywhere.
Yeah. Oh.
It was one of those weekends.
Oh, God.
It's spreading.
Yeah, fast.
It's spreading, guys.
The Swelky got me.
That is a terrible name, though, huh? Swelky?
Yeah. Thanks. The Chiefs definitely got the Swelky on the weekend. Bill's Mafia, like, man, ran through them.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Beyonce's movie stumbled hard at the box office, but this, I think, is kind of normal for these types of movies. I think the Taylor movie was like an anomaly. So Beyonce was number 1 last weekend, dropped to 6th at the box office over the weekend with very little competition in the way of like big sort of releases.
Did anything come out this weekend?
There was a couple, but not much. I'm going to read you the top 10, and I swear there's like maybe 3 movies in the top 10 that I've actually heard of.
Okay.
So number 10, The Shift. You heard of that? No. Number 9, Animal. Number 8, Waitress the Musical. No. Number 7, Napoleon. That's the Ridley Scott movie.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yes,
That came out last week, though, right? Okay.
Number 6, Renaissance, a film by Beyonce. Number 5, Wish.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Disney.
Oh, I gotcha. Trolls. Yes. Godzilla -1.
Wait, what?
That's at number 3.
Godzilla -1?
Yep.
So that's definitely different from the Godzilla Kong movie that's coming out.
I guess.
Okay.
The new Hunger Games movie's at number 2.
That came out?
Yeah. And at number 1 is a movie called The Boy and the Heron.
What?
The who and the what?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's how you get Swelky when we start playing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Spreads all over.
Yes. What happened to him? He's met that boy with the heron
That's
again.
the Robert Pattinson movie.
Who?
Robert Pattinson.
I don't know. He sounds like he's got Swelky too.
Twilight.
You know, Twilight.
Yeah, I know.
Batman.
I know. Yeah, I've seen him.
guy.
I've seen him. Skinny guy.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
You won't recognize him now.
No.
Got the Swelky.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Everything that went down on Friday with Shohei Ohtani's private jet,
Yes.
which was not so.
We were duped, people.
Everybody was like,
City shut down. What happened?
the Blue Jays were about to get him, and then some guy he's like one of these private jet flight trackers.
Yeah.
So he had said that a jet was booked from Anaheim to Toronto, right?
Yeah.
And then that got picked up by John Morosi from the MLB Network. And he reported that Ohtani, was actually on the jet. And then this was all day. This was everybody sort of covering it and everything else. And then the jet lands in Toronto.
Yeah.
And Robert Herjavec from Shark Tank gets out of it with his family, right? And so everybody's freaking out. And then he goes on Instagram and says, I'd like to thank the Blue Jays organization for signing me today. And Herjavec is very much online, right? He's very much online. He's very much in the know. He has a big organization of people. And 100% Robert Herjavec knew that this was his jet that everybody was tracking. But why would you say anything, right? You land in Toronto, all the paparazzi are there, the helicopters, everyone. You get a little bit of that shine, right?
Look at me.
Right. So Ohtani wound up signing $700 million for 10 years, Dodgers.
Incredible.
But Robert Herjavec,
Yeah.
and I don't know how people haven't picked this up yet. If you watch the news, you see these commercials all the time, which is Robert Herjavec is the brand ambassador for Book a Jet. So it's a private jet company.
Yeah.
Okay, where you pay a annual membership of $100,000 and it gives you X amount of flights in hours on private jets. It's an app that you do. So he's the brand ambassador for this company.
Of course.
So of course he's not going to say anything because now he has all this footage of himself getting off the private jet, right?
Use it to your advantage.
Yes. Of course he wasn't going to say anything. He's a smart guy.
Is it like a timeshare jet?
Yeah. So as far as I know, it's like there's like a $15,000 or $20,000 initial fee.
Damn.
And then you pay between $50,000 and $100,000 for 25 hours of flying, which is not a lot of hours.
Yeah.
Which is not a lot of hours. Here's his commercial, by the way.
Welcome to Denver, Mr. Herjavec. Having a chauffeur car plainside with a local driver that knows the area helps keep me on schedule. Hi, Jeff. Robert. Thanks for coming. You're welcome. With all the plane shortages, did you have trouble finding one? Not at all. With over 5,000 planes on the One Flight Badget app, I never have any trouble. I simply pick a plane, pay, and I'm ready to badge it to my destination.
Are there any taxis around? I'm really late for my meeting.
There's nothing else? Do we have a deal? Absolutely.
Right.
Come on now. Yo.
I love how they're trying to make airplanes sound like it's like finding an Uber. Sure, you could totally just pay for a plane to just go anywhere you want.
With the plane shortage. The plane shortage.
I'm pretty sure that would have been in the news.
The reason they have apps like this is because there's too many rich guys with too many planes that cost too much money, so they got to rent them out like Ubers. Right? With the plane shortage. Do you ever have the plane shortage?
I run into that problem every weekend.
Every weekend. Anyway, so that's what went down. He probably made a couple of bucks off that, so good for him.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Apparently today is getting dumped day or breakup day. Back in 2008, I guess somebody analyzed Facebook status updates, and they found that December 11th, there was a ton of people that had updated them to single 2 weeks before Christmas.
You don't have to buy gifts, right?
No, exactly. And they also found that most breakups do happen on Monday. So being December 11th on a Monday is a double whammy. A lot of people, short-term relationships where they're like, I don't want to bring this person home, meet the family, like that kind of thing. Maybe they don't want to buy a gift.
So R.I.P. Shem's relationship?
Oh, my God. Oh, man.
I actually felt that.
Why did I catch this straight?
Oh, thank you. So did I, Bor. I know.
Damn.
I got whipped.
But yes.
Shemroy.
I just need an excuse to play that.
Ain't nobody taking care of my Shemmy today.
Continue taking good care of my Shemmy.
Strong relationship, bro.
Solid.
Shami, mom loves you.
There it is.
Just in case.
The Golden Globe nominations are still coming in. We will get to those momentarily for you. But in the meantime, Cardi B went on Instagram or social, whatever. I don't know where she did it. But the whole story was that last week she and Offset unfollowed each other. And then she wrote something about outgrowing relationships and all this other stuff. But
So what's she doing, spitting facts now?
Here's Cardi B making it official to
Baby,
all
eat
her
this
fans.
peach in this plum.
Oh, wait, no. Whoops, sorry. Wrong clip.
I don't know if y'all been getting clues from me for my live. I mean, I don't know if you guys been getting clues from me for my lives or from my stories when I put some certain music or find my own followings. When it comes for today's events and stuff, I don't know if it's true. I don't think it's true. I don't care to find out because I've been single for a minute now. But I have been afraid to not afraid, I just don't know how to tell the world. But I feel like today has been like a sign. The last time I got on live, I kind of wanted you guys to tell you. I kind of wanted to tell you guys, but I didn't know how to tell you. So I was like, I changed my mind. But it has been like this for a minute now. And I just took it as a sign. So I wanna start 2024 fresh, open. I don't know. I'm curious for a new life, for a new beginning. And yeah.
Damn.
You
Right?
go, Cardi.
Baby, eat this peach in this plum. This body tight like a nun. Better chew it up like it's gum. Then wipe your mouth when you done.
Okay.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Golden Globes being announced. CBS stepped in this year after NBC cut ties with the Golden Globes. They're trying to bring back more viewers from a all-time low from just a couple of years ago. They got a few new categories in there. They got that one category, the best cinematic or box office achievement, which is going to be where the sort of big blockbusters like the Mario movie and the Guardians of the Galaxy type movies live. Excuse me, but let me go through some of these with you here.
I just sent you a new email if you want to refer.
Okay, thank you. Some of the nominations are Best Motion Picture Drama, Anatomy of a Fall, Killers of the Flower Moon, Maestro, Oppenheimer, Past Lives, and The Zone of Interest. I don't know what that means.
Are all these categories basically either going to be Oppenheimer or Barbie?
Pretty much. Yes. So Best Motion Picture, Musical or Comedy, Air, American Fiction, which I really want to see, Barbie, The Holdovers, which I thought was real good. I watched 20 minutes of it. Really enjoyed it.
You got your vote.
May, December, which is not in any way a comedy. There's no way that movie's a comedy. A movie called Poor Things. Best Female Actor in a Motion Picture Drama, Annette Bening. Lily Gladstone for Killers of the Flower Moon. Sandra Hüller for Anatomy of a Fall, Greta Lee from Past Lives, Carey Mulligan for Maestro, and Kaylee Spaney from Priscilla. Carey Mulligan, Maestro, there you go. Bradley Cooper's in there. Leonardo DiCaprio, Barry Keoghan, Cillian Murphy for Oppenheimer. Andrew Scott got a nomination. Let me get to some of the TV ones here for you. Here, you want to hear that big category, the cinematic achievement? Category where it's just like all the blockbusters.
Okay.
Barbie, Guardians of the Galaxy,
Perfect.
John Wick,
Ooh, sick. Yeah.
Mission Impossible,
Wow.
Oppenheimer, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Super
Okay.
Mario,
Yeah.
and Taylor Swift The Eras Tour.
Oh, no.
For TV, by the way, it's just came in. It's worth mentioning. Stand Up. Chris Rock got a nomination.
Oh, did he? Okay.
So,
yeah.
is Golden Globes the one? That's not. Who votes on it? They have
It's the Hollywood Foreign Press Association.
Oh, okay. So Oppenheimer is going to win that one.
No. Well, I mean, yeah, in its category, probably. Or the Martin Scorsese movie, because they really love Martin Scorsese. Here's the nominees for Best Musical or Comedy TV Series. Abbott Elementary, Barry, The Bear, Jury Duty, Only Murders, and Ted Lasso.
Wow.
That's
Great
a
category.
It's a good category, right?
Great category.
It's a really good category. Let me get to, hold on, let me find the...
Who would I vote for if I were on that
I know, it's tough, right?
on that panel?
Yeah. Drama series. You want to know drama series?
Yeah.
1923, The Crown, The Diplomat, which I really liked a lot. I
Yep.
like that show. The Last of Us, The Morning Show, and Succession.
Hey.
Wow.
That's another tough category. Yeah, so anyway, a lot of nominees and
Stuff.
there's like a lot of stuff I don't even know When you start getting into like the limited series stuff.
Okay, go.
Here's a good one. Here's a good
Give
category.
me a category of stuff that I will not know, and I'll pick a winner.
Okay, wait. Let me do this first. Best actor in a television series, musical, or drama. This is a stat category.
Okay.
Bill Hader for Barry. Steve Martin for Only Murders.
yeah.
Jason Segel for Shrinking.
love
Martin
that show.
Short for Only Murders.
Yeah.
Jason Sudeikis for Ted Lasso.
Oh, my God.
And Jeremy Allen White for The Bear.
Oh, yo, cousin. Who do you vote for in that category?
Right? That's a tough category.
Would they give it to Ted Lasso because it's not on the air anymore?
What's that?
Because it's wrapped up, Ted Lasso?
You
think?
No, no, I don't think so. I really don't. Here's a bunch of performances that you will have not seen, Mocha.
Okay, and I'll pick a winner.
maybe one. You pick a winner, okay? Best supporting actor in a motion picture drama.
Go.
Okay? Willem Dafoe for Poor Things.
Okay.
Robert De Niro for Killers of the Flower Moon.
Okay.
Robert Downey Jr. for Oppenheimer.
Downey Jr.'s in there?
Yep.
He's not
Big
Iron Man,
part.
is he?
No.
Oh.
Charles Melton for May December. Mark Ruffalo for Poor Things.
He's not in it as Hulk, is he?
Nope.
Okay.
Or Ryan Gosling and Barbie.
Oh, great category. That's a great category as well.
Best Picture just came out.
I'm going to say, who's the person for May, December?
I don't even know. I don't even
Wasn't
know
it
the guy's
Mark
name.
Ruffalo or
no,
Ruffalo?
no. May December is a guy that you've never heard of before.
No, that's who's going to win.
That's
Because
who's going to
it's
win? You
it's
think so?
Yeah, it's always the ones that you never expect.
Okay. All
No,
right.
Ryan Gosling's going to win.
Okay, here,
Please.
tell me what's going to win Best Picture then, Mocha.
Okay,
tell
go,
me, okay?
go.
Anatomy of a Fall.
Yeah.
Killers of the Flower Moon.
Yeah.
Maestro.
Yeah.
Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
Past Lives.
Yeah.
Or The Zone of Interest.
Maestro is going to win.
You
I was going
think
to say
so?
that. I agree with Mocha on that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's very artsy. They like that.
Yeah.
Okay. You
I'm an
don't-
artsy guy.
You don't say Oppenheimer?
No.
No. Look at you, so convinced.
Please. If Iron Man can't save our Oppenheimer, it's got to go to the Maestro.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Golden Globe nominations came down yesterday. We talked a lot about that, but now that people have had a chance to sort of go through and figure out what some of the biggest omission snubs and surprises are, like in the comedy category, the Globes are so weird. It's a musical or comedy category, and often they try to at least put one musical in there.
Yeah.
And especially in a year like this year where there were like quite a few, Color Purple, Little Mermaid, Wonka, none of those were actually nominated in the musical or comedy category. They all missed out. But that movie, May December, was nominated in the comedy category. So May December, hilarious.
What's it about?
May December is Julianne Moore and
Murphy.
No.
Doug.
Julianne Moore and
Doug
Natalie
Murphy?
Portman.
Natalie Portman. Thank you.
Queen
And-
Amidala.
And
yeah.
the story is Natalie Portman
Just
plays.
explain everything to me like it's Star Wars.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yes. I didn't remember her name, though. She plays an actress who is taking on a role of a real life person. Julianne Moore plays that real life person. So she goes to
comedy ensues.
She goes to live with her. But the story is that Julianne Moore was like a teacher who fell in love with a 12-year-old student.
What the?
Okay. And then they had an affair, and she went to prison and had their baby in prison. And then all these years got out, and they're like now living together. And then so
Wait, didn't this happen in real life?
So Natalie Portman went to study her because she's going to be playing her in a movie. And then winds up like falling in love. I don't know. The whole it's
wow. Haha.
Yeah. It's about
It's a laugh fest.
it's a hysterical. Okay, hysterical.
Didn't that teacher student like? Hadn't that happened before?
It's happened a million times.
That's the Mary Kay Letourneau story, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's happened.
Yeah.
It's happened too many times. Too many times. But that's in the comedy category. Okay, for instance, no nominations for Jennifer Aniston or Reese Witherspoon for The Morning Show. No nominations for Sheryl Lee Ralph, Janelle James, or Taylor James Wilson for Abbott Elementary. And then Brett Goldstein, like he's won 2 Emmys for Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
No nomination for Golden Globes.
And this was a great season for Roy Kent.
Thank you. Thank you. I fully agree.
Wow.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Shark Tank's Robert Herjavec. So this was the guy that was on the private jet on Friday that everybody thought was Ohtani's plane coming to sign with the Blue Jays. And we talked about this yesterday. Dammit Maury actually talked to Robert Herjavec last night because we're like, this is one of the most plugged-in guys in the world. How did he not know? And, you know, of course you're not going to say anything because you want the shine when you land, right?
Yes.
So here's Robert.
When you were flying your plane into Toronto, you had to have known that everyone was looking for Ohtani's plane. You must have known that they were going to think it was you. And you could have tweeted early to say, it's me, you know, don't worry. But you didn't.
I didn't. And here's the crazy thing, Maury. I am the most connected guy. I run a big cyber company. I'm always online. Somebody is hacking somebody in the world. I need to know about it. This is probably one of the only times this year I was completely disconnected.
Yeah, right.
I got on the plane. It was supposed to be my wife, me, and the twins. I have 5.5-year-old twins. And she had to fly back to Australia for a funeral. So it was just me and the babies, as I call them. And after 4.5 hours, they were losing it. So I turned my phone off. I turned my computer off. I was all in on being baby daddy. And I had no idea what was going on.
I mean, when you got twin babies, like, you get it, right? Like that morning must have been chaotic, but I just don't know how one person didn't text him on the way.
You're not traveling with anyone else? Like nobody on that plane knew.
I know. So when he did land, it was all helicopters and everything else, but did he feel bad?
Were you feeling that people were mad at you for some reason because of all of this?
Well, all joking aside, it felt really bad because I thought it was like a very sports story. You know, when I first landed, the customs guys, and I thought, wow, these guys are hardcore sports guys. But when I got in the car and I started driving home, I put on the radio and it was national news. It was like, the jet has landed, updates coming in 15 minutes. And I felt bad because I feel like the city really got behind it. It was incredible. I think a lot of people thought he was really, really going to come over here.
Damn. And apparently the Blue Jays have reached out to him to do something.
What?
What that something is, I don't know.
For what?
Like, I don't know, like some sort of promo.
That's
or
so
like
stupid.
Or put him on a jet
So
or something.
lame.
I don't know. Good for him.
No.
You don't think so?
For the Jays to do that?
Why
That
not?
just looks bad.
Why?
Oh,
looks bad.
Desperate.
What? No. Nah.
We're better than that.
No, we're not.
Desperate.
Are we?
Desperate.
No.
People were saying Ohtani didn't come to the Toronto Blue Jays because of the Drake curse. Because on Friday, Drake put up on Insta stories a picture of him wearing an Ohtani jersey. And everyone was like, oh, it's a Drake curse. Because anytime Drake wears a jersey of a player or a team, then that team takes an L.
Yeah. It's not good.
Yeah.
It's not good, right?
Anyway,
Robert
Jays,
Herjavec will turn all that around.
just move on. The guy didn't choose us.
I know. It seems real thirsty, huh?
It's like
yeah.
when it's like you don't get the girl, but you still ask her to take a picture with you.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, Maria, that's happened, right?
Very specific.
That's happened.
Not to me. I'm just saying, like,
That's very
in relatable terms.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
What makes the perfect male buttocks?
Oh.
What makes the perfect male buttocks? Firmness. Okay. Shape.
Smoothness.
Okay. So while cosmetic procedures like gluteal augmentations and lifting have been predominantly associated with women, there is a rising interest among men as well. Dr.
Guys BBL?
Yes, Dr. Ashit Patel says, but while previous studies have evaluated the features of attractive female buttocks, no one has really studied the aesthetic of the ideal male buttocks. They said in our survey.
I have.
they
didn't survey more.
In our survey, raters thought the ideal male buttock should not be flat, but also shouldn't stick out too far. The buttocks shouldn't be too wide and should retain the characteristic dimples on either side.
Yes, I agree.
They say our study
If
is...
you want to see a perfect butt, I'll pull my pants down.
Ew, yo.
I
hey,
actually have won for best butt.
More, you like how
Why
long
do you
ago?
keep telling that story?
Every single
When
time.
you're 18, bro.
Yeah,
You're 50
every
something
single
now.
time.
That ass would be looking saggy.
No, it's still perfect.
Get over here then.
I could be telling a story about a guy who got stabbed in the ass, and Maury would be like, I want a contact. Maury, you're not dropping your pants at work. No.
Close your eyes.
Please keep the pants on.
Okay.
Okay, hold on.
What's wrong with this guy?
Yeah, I don't know. Ew. Oh, God. Right at work, too, huh? Right. It's Maury, I'm going to tell you right now, athletes go through it. Models go through it. Actors go through it. That ass past its prime.
Way
past its prime. Past its prime. Past its prime, Maury.
Father Time is undefeated, man.
You're that guy that's still hanging on.
No way.
Peaked,
That's what jealousy sounds like.
Peaked in high school. Still walking around with that old white thing down there thinking it's something special.
Long gone. Out of here.
Long gone.
Well, not that long, but...
Believe me, Shem, I saw it. It was long.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I guess U.S. presidential hopeful Vivek Ramaswamy. He's the guy you see all over social media all the time. Either yelling at somebody or getting yelled at by somebody. Smart enough dude, I guess. But he was on a live stream on X. And listen to this lineup. It was Vivek Ramaswamy, Alex Jones, Elon Musk, and Andrew Tate. I missed that.
What? Wow. What the hell are they all talking about?
Stuff, man. They got stuff. But I guess at some point, Vivek got up to, he walked away from the live stream and he had to go pee, but he left his mic on.
Oh, no.
And so here's that.
Decide not to have children. That's all I'm saying. And Elon Musk is promoting an optimistic, pro-human future that the science and evidence shows is real and that we need.
Gentlemen, I have to go.
Yeah, I just want to be sort of exactly. I want to be clear about my position. I'm super pro-human, and I mean all humans. Humans in America, humans in
somebody's
Africa,
got their thing
Asia,
open.
Oh no!
And everywhere else.
Somebody's got their phone open in the bathroom.
Yeah, that's Vivek. Vivek, that's your phone, Vivek. I'm not able to mute you.
Oh,
Vivek. Perfect. Go ahead, Elon.
Sorry about that.
So, well, I hope you feel better.
I feel great. Thank you. Sorry about that, guys.
What a weak ass stream is that?
Right? That's what I thought. What a simpish stream. Right?
That ain't it. You didn't get all of it.
Come on.
Had to get back to the live stream.
Come on. Who gets caught dribbling on a live stream?
Yeah, something's wrong with you, bro.
Right?
So, give me the lineup again.
Okay.
Who are they?
It was Vivek Ramaswamy, Alex Jones, Elon Musk, and Andrew Tate. But here,
douchebag adventures.
Here is Vivek. He was asked about it last night.
All right, so you were talking to Musk and a bunch of other characters, and did you go to the bathroom?
Well, they did say it was a live stream, Jesse, I guess. But I'll say that we're all human. We're all human is what I'll say. Elon and I have had some good conversations, and he and I had, I think, a laugh out of that one coming out of it. So he wished me for feeling better. I told him that I was. We're all human beings, and it was a good 2-hour discussion on X, which is officially, I could say that apparently is now very much censorship-free.
There you go.
It could have been worse.
Yes.
Right?
You're right.
It could have been worse.
Yeah, it could have been. I don't know how, but it could have been.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Saw 11 has been announced for September 2024. Nearly 20 years after the first installment of.
He did not die at the end of this one.
Of the
Spoiler
Saw
alert.
movies. But he's dying, though.
He's been dying for 10 movies.
Oh.
Wait, but
The series
was it
just-
part 5? Wasn't he dead? And then like a new
They brought him
Jigsaw?
back.
No, it turns out he wasn't dead. Like the
Spoiler alert. I haven't
Amanda
seen-
Young, his assistant Amanda Young was doing all of the
killings.
The killings,
Yeah.
but then all of a sudden she goes and finds it like he's there in his bed, and she keeps going to get his approval.
Oh. Hold on. Do we work with an Amanda Young?
We do. I love that.
Weird.
Awesome.
That's good.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Zac Efron, real quick, got
Yeah.
to star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and during his acceptance speech, okay, I guess we clap for that. Okay.
He was shirtless,
All
right?
All right.
No, he wore a full suit.
Yeah, he wasn't shirtless. I know.
Maury is so disappointed.
I'm so disappointed.
Like, show up for what you're known for,
Thank
dude.
you.
Like, if you're going to have the abs, why cover them?
Thank you. He thanks Matthew Perry in his speech.
I really also want to mention someone that's not here today, and that's Matthew Perry, who was so kind and generous with me while we worked on 17 again. Collaborating with him in burst years. It was so much fun, and it really did propel me and motivate me in so many ways. It really pushed me into the next chapter of my career, and for that, thank you so much, Matthew. Thinking about you a lot today.
There we go.
Is there enough space for all these Hollywood Walk of Fame stars?
Yes.
They keep going up side streets, and then there's now two rows.
Do they go in like neighborhoods and stuff?
Yeah.
No.
No, it goes around a corner a little bit.
Yeah, but that's not like a neighbor.
Plus, there's two rows now. Like on Sidewalk, there's two rows. Like they double it up.
But like where is it? On Hollywood Boulevard?
yeah.
Like how long is
it's
Hollywood
very
Boulevard?
Oh, it's very long. And then on the other side of the street, you have like the old school ones where it's like the handprints in front of the Man's Chinese Theater and all that stuff.
But like at some point, they're going to run out of room.
Yeah, I mean, theoretically, yes. But it's not like they do them every week, right? They do a couple a year kind of thing.
I don't know. This year alone, it sounds like we got a lot.
Because I think because they're still catching up from COVID. But like people have to pay for it and stuff. Like,
But it always ties into a project they're doing, right?
Yeah,
like
well,
Zach has a movie coming.
Well, no, but it's because the people have to pay. Like you have to go and petition them. It's not like Hollywood comes calling and they're like, "Hey, we've decided the governing body has decided that it's your time," and it's not like that.
I thought it was like that.
No.
Canada's you get it for free. There you have to pay. I think it's $20,000.
Yeah, you got to.
Canada, you get it for free?
Yeah.
They're just handing them out. Can I get one?
Handing them out, yeah.
Yeah, but you got to pay down there.
Wow.
Yeah, and like you have to go to them to be like, "Hey, I think my client
Walk of
has,
Fame,
like-
hook it up.
Hook what up?
A star for us.
Yeah, on the Canada's Walk of Fame.
Yes.
You want that?
14
Yeah.
plus years.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take
dominating this country.
that. Yeah, I'll take it.
Right?
Sure.
Oh, God, and then I have
Award-winning
to go-
podcast.
Do you think you guys will
Yeah.
send me to clean it every day?
Yes, I will. You know.
No.
Yeah, because your handprints side by side.
Yeah.
Holding
right.
hands.
I could put Mocha's hand in mine, like you do those pictures that people do with their babies.
With their kid in the
Yeah. Right.
You know what?
That'd be adorable. It'd be
Shut
so
up.
really
adorable.
cute.
I don't want the star anymore.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Longevity guru Dan Buettner. He's the author of a bunch of books and the National Geographic host. He's also the guy, I don't know if you watched Blue Zones on Netflix yet?
No.
So he created the term Blue Zones where he tracks the world's longest living people. So he goes all over the world and there's these blue zones where, he goes and figures out why in these certain areas all over the world do they have the most concentrated population of people who have lived over 100.
You're on the
What
list,
is-
right?
What's that?
You're on the list.
Oh, yes, thank you, Maury. Wow. What is it about these places? So one of them is Sardinia, Italy, and then you have Icaria, Greece, Nicoya, Costa Rica, Loma Linda, California, and Okinawa, Japan. Right. So these are all the
Beautiful
these are all the
places.
blue zones.
Okay.
So I'm reading a new interview with him, and he's laid out his 8 sort of things that you can do in your daily life to increase longevity, but more importantly, happiness.
Oh, hold on.
So I will go through these and then
Open up my notes app,
and then you
or just send me the article.
You tell me how many of these 8 points you work into your daily life. Okay,
Okay, go. Hit me.
Okay, sleep at least 8 hours a night.
No.
That's number 1 on the list. Eat a plant-based breakfast.
Hell no.
Okay.
Yo, give me the meat.
Bananas grow on plants.
Socialize is number 3.
Oh, I do that.
Okay. Number 4 is volunteer. Find a little time to give back every day.
To who?
Like every day?
Every day. Volunteer your time every day.
Nah.
Okay. Number 5 is nap.
No, I don't do that either.
They say previous research has shown naps under 30 minutes make you more focused, productive, and creative.
Under 30 minutes?
Under 30 minutes.
What's the point of that?
Under
Thank you,
30
Maria.
minutes.
No.
Work part-time if you can.
Yo, I am down with that right now. Peace.
They say people who work less than about 35 hours a week report the highest levels of happiness.
Yo, send that to the boss. Alex, you hear this?
35
Yo,
hours
you get me
a
on
week.
Tuesdays and Thursdays only.
Have faith.
Shem.
Amen. Amen.
So I'm going to live forever.
I can finally relate.
Yeah.
And damn it, Maury and Maria, limit TV and social media is number 8 on the list.
I'm fine to die young.
Maury's like, see you later.
Look at Maria just gave the biggest sigh as well.
You too.
So all 5 of us are dead next year.
I don't get
according to
enough
this.
sleep. I don't eat plant-based breakfasts.
Yeah, you can't even say plant-based.
No.
I watch too much
His
TV.
vocabulary out
You
there. too.
nap for like 5 hours a
But I
day.
overwork.
You're never going to volunteer doing anything.
No.
Weekends, you wake up at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
I was actually thinking about volunteering the other day, funny enough.
For what?
I thought I'd maybe dog walk or something.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be nice.
I volunteered yesterday when I volunteered to take out the garbage at home.
That's not volunteering at all. That's not in the spirit of
No,
volunteering.
I'll volunteer to do that.
What
that
about
is
like,
not
okay,
volunteering.
so volunteer versus like donating to charity?
That's just your money. That's not volunteering. That's not doing good with what you have.
With
That
your
is not
time?
taking your time and helping somebody.
thought
Like if
money-
you volunteered your time to teach Maury how to spell, then that would be
I
volunteering.
thought money buys you happiness, though.
That's
Why isn't
work.
that on the list?
Well, no. I listen. It's a difference. If you want to live to 100, money's not a factor. These people in these places, when you look at like how they live in Okinawa, Japan, like these are not rich people. These are people who live in tiny little places, but they have this great sense of community.
And these are the blue zones?
Blue zones. Watch the Netflix show. It's really, really fascinating.
Okay. And these are for people who have been able to live past 100. And
yes,
what all the
centenarians,
commonalities
right?
between
And
all
what
of
they did is they figured out the similar aspects to living in these parts of the world. Like there was one guy who was living in California and he was diagnosed with cancer. Doctors were like, you don't have long, like maybe a couple years, bro. Like you got to do what you got to do right now. And he's like, cool, I'm going to leave California and I'm going to go back, to Ikaria, Greece and just, spend the rest of his time with his family. And he had like 6 months and the guy's lived there now for 30 years.
Wow.
Hasn't died yet. Damn. Like it's crazy. Watch Blue Zones. It's really interesting. Really, really, really great.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Amazon is getting called out by a lot of people.
Oh God, for what?
So what's described as a security camera for, quote, security, anti-theft, and evidence collection purposes. Okay. You can buy all sorts of stuff, as you know, right?
Yeah.
But this security camera is meant to be discreet.
Okay.
Non-invasive. It's not big. There's not a lot of wires. There's not a lot of anything else.
Okay.
But this particular security camera looks exactly like a towel hook that you would see on the wall in a bathroom.
Oh, God. That Amazon is selling?
Yeah.
No.
You can't.
No.
Yeah, you can't. You can't do that.
Okay. Like
no, you can't do that.
That's not home security.
No.
That's creepers.
Yeah, that's spying.
Thank you.
That's invasive.
Right?
Nah, man.
And there's a lot of them. Like there's a lot. There's like every product that you can think of, like all nonsense.
What do I look up?
It is
towel.
Hold on here.
What, towel hook?
Yeah.
Hook,
camera towel hook. Let me see if I can get the exact name of what they.
I'm not searching
what they
this.
searched.
Oh my God,
All
yeah.
you.
Right?
What'd you look up, Maria?
I put towel hook camera.
And you found it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, can
No
you tell there's a
way.
camera in it? Like, is there a little screen?
No,
you
you
can't
cannot tell.
Damn,
you can't
yo.
tell at all.
Shoot.
Yeah, hook with hidden camera.
But it's like the ones the spy shops would sell where it was like a pen for your suit jacket that was a camera.
Yeah, but that's for espionage. This is for perverts.
Yeah, no, you can't sell this. Look at this. Oh my
But like,
God.
who passed that? Who said that this is okay? Like,
Right?
Bro, you can save $5 right now. It's on sale for $44.99. free delivery and a day.
So now when you go to an Airbnb, put a towel over all the hooks.
I'm just saying, like, that is... Wow. And I just love that everything is framed as, like, security, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's for your security.
Yes.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Kanye West facing some extensive and extreme backlash, rightfully so. So he did a listening party for his Vultures album.
Mm-hmm.
That's the song, by the way, where he was like, how can I be anti-Semitic when I just Jewish?
Yeah, he was talking about somebody's girl.
God. Like just
Elon Musk's ex or somebody's ex?
So
Bezos?
anyway, one of the things that happened was his daughter Northwest was on stage with him, and I guess she dropped some like a verse during one of the songs. So here's a little bit of Northwest. Okay. And then while on that same stage and while Northwest was on that stage, Kanye puts on a black, like, KKK hood, the big pointy hat with the eyes cut out of it.
What you doing, man?
And just starts dancing around with that.
Like it's normal.
Like it's completely normal. Like nobody would say anything about it. Like it's fashion or something. I don't know.
How has this man not been canceled yet?
Well, he doesn't have much of a career. He's sort of lost every $1 billion thing that he had.
I'm just surprised that the amount of artists that were on that stage who are like, they still have their popularity now, right? They still have their fans now. That they would even still now, after all of this, that they would still want to work with Kanye West.
That's what I'm saying.
Bro, it was like Kodak Black and Chris Brown.
Yeah, not exactly super mainstream successful.
No, but I saw Lil Durk was on there on the stage, as well. Ty Dolla $ign, who I think is like pretty much on the entire album. It's a Kanye Ty Dolla $ign album.
But people are showing up to watch this. That's also the problem. Like, when will people stay away?
Well, they just won't. That's
because they know they'll get attention and they want to be in the light.
So the album itself may be in trouble because there's a debate as to whether they used a Backstreet Boys sample without permissions on one of the tracks. So here's a little bit of, I don't even know what the song's called. What's it called, Chad?
I think it's called Everybody.
Everybody, okay.
Yeah.
So that's one part, and then play the other part because I'll tell you the difference in a second here. And maybe you guys can help me. So the difference, the sort of question is it a sample? Because samples need to be cleared. Mm-hmm. Or is it what they call an interpolation, which means basically like a cover, which is it's not the original arrangement, they've redone it, and it's other voices that are singing the chorus as opposed to the Backstreet Boys singing the choruses. That's where the whole permission thing starts to come into play.
So if that's
as to whether you need it cleared or not.
The second scenario that you just gave,
yes.
Right? Which to me it sounds like that's exactly what happened. Kanye got somebody else, maybe Ty Dolla $ign or whoever,
right,
to sing that part.
The second clip sounds like BSB though.
To get away from clearing the sample and using that interpolation vantage.
Yes.
Which I think that's the avenue he's going down. Because there's no way he or his company would reach out to BSB.
No.
And those guys would be like, yeah, cool.
No.
Or he doesn't care.
No. Yeah, I
think it's a little bit of everything.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
And sadly, before we go, Andre Brower passed away.
Oh, my arms.
Star of Homicide, Life on the Street, and Brooklyn Nine-Nine. What a stud this guy was, man. I love that dude so much. You know, I was watching a show the other day, and Michael K. Williams showed up in it, Chalky White.
Oh,
remember,
man.
right? You know what I mean? Yeah. And I was just like there was a part, there was things in my body that sunk because I was like, God, I miss that dude. He was so cool, but Andre Brower, another one of those dudes, man. So,
I'm tired of politics.
R.I.P.
Let's get that punk, Bloodso.
This is amazing. Of course, we have no idea where he is, but I love where your head's at.
He has no family. Maybe there was a girlfriend or someone he worked with at the coffee shop.
The coffee shop. Why would someone who knows they have $21 million coming take a minimum wage job?
Because he needed access to that building.
Because that's where the money's hidden. All right, we gotta get there quick.
Maybe we should take the chopper.
Here's that chopper.
Deathblade, Sidewinder, it's go time.
So good.
He's the best.
Yeah.
I love
All
that
right.
dude.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So just in time for the holidays, the booze companies really go out of their way to outdo themselves. And when they do these stunt releases, they often look like April Fool's Day jokes. So Kahlua and Absolute Vodka had made a vodka that tastes like an espresso martini and a Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee.
Oh, that sounds
And then
good.
Arby's turned its curly fries into a vodka. That
Thank
flavor.
God you said curly fries and not the roast beef.
Okay.
What? Don't tell me.
They're curly fries into a vodka, as well as created a smoked bourbon, which tastes just like it's roast beef.
No. I'm not down.
Okay.
I'm not down. Yo, I
Now-
love you, Arby's and everything. Curly fries, next level.
Now-
roast beef sandwiches, I'm good. As a drink, that ain't it.
The latest comes from Empirical Alcohol Company. It's $65 for a 750 milliliter bottle of booze that tastes just like Doritos.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
It is.
That ain't it either.
Cheese flavored alcohol.
That is so gross.
Here's the guy who created it.
One of the first members of our team, Hiro, had gone out for lunch and come back with a sandwich and a bag of Doritos. And at that time, I was still doing a lot of tests of distilling different things. So when he came back from his lunch run, I took a look at the bag of Doritos and said, "Sorry, buddy. I'm going to have to take part of your lunch and turn it into booze." And we tried it, and the result was amazing.
No. Not everything needs to be another thing. Just leave that one thing alone.
Are you curious to try it?
No.
Doritos aren't even that good.
How out of shape have we become as a society that we won't even chew anymore? We just
you gotta get drunk off Doritos?
Like, you have to be some kind of mess to get to the point of where having separate alcohol and Doritos is too much. Like, you just need to combine them all, right?
Slightly genius, though, right?
No, but I am
So sorry.
interested in that smoked bourbon Arby's roast beef
Bruh.
alcohol, though.
I just want a roast beef sandwich now from them. Hold on. So this Doritos flavored liquor.
Yes.
What's the read it again?
It's just
What's
a
the base?
distilled liquor. It's
Okay,
just
so it's not like a vodka.
It's, no. It's
Yeah, do you have to mix it with anything?
It's just
I wouldn't recommend that, Maria. I
So
think
you would
that
just
this
drink
is-
it straight?
You would have to.
Yeah, just like on ice, maybe.
Yeah, you
like
would
some
have
cold
to.
nacho cheese, right?
Well, can't you turn it into a Red Bull chaser thing?
But we've all been drunk and had Doritos.
Nope.
Yes.
Right?
I don't eat Doritos.
Never been drunk.
Is Doritos your go-to thing when you're drunk, Roz?
Me? No, but I'm just saying, like, you're at a party, there's a bowl of Doritos. Like,
You've never been to a party, Maria.
I've had
where you're
alcohol in a
drinking
Dorito.
and like there's a bowl of chips or a bowl of Doritos.
Okay,
and you
chips
snack.
is different. Doritos, I'll go for anything else but the Doritos.
Okay, okay.
Okay, we get it. You hate Doritos.
Okay, fine. If there's a salt and
anything.
vinegar chips, yes, I will eat and drink the chips.
Okay, so this is what I'm saying,
Okay,
right?
sorry.
That we know they pair well together, right? Alcohol and chips pair very well together. Nacho cheese.
Yeah. I got no problem with Doritos. Love Doritos. As a drink, it ain't happening.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Netflix released big data. Netflix has always been super secret with their viewing numbers, and now they've sort of been a little bit more transparent. And what they've released are the biggest titles on Netflix out of like 18,000 titles they released data for. And they're using total hours viewed as opposed to viewers, because sometimes people click on something, they don't finish it, that then counts, right? So now they're talking total hours viewed of Netflix shows.
Okay.
And I'm telling you, I am watching a different Netflix than most people in the world.
Okay, go.
So the number one show above and beyond this year was The Night Agent.
Great show.
Which I actually enjoyed.
Great show.
812 million hours viewed.
Wow.
Okay. Next, Ginny and Georgia season 2.
Oh,
Next,
that's my wife right there.
The Glory season 1.
What's that?
No idea. Wednesday season 1.
Yes, agreed.
Queen Charlotte, The Bridgerton Story.
Nah.
You season 4.
Yes.
Outer Banks season 3.
Oh, good show.
And people love that show.
Ginny and Georgia season 1.
Yeah, that's my wife right there.
Fubar season 1.
Fubar, for real?
Manifest season 4. Kaleidoscope. Firefly Lane.
Firefly Lane's awesome.
The Mother. Physical 100. Crash Course in Romance. Beef. The Diplomat. And then finally Luther rounds out the top 20. I don't watch any of these shows.
How have you not watched Firefly Lane?
What is that?
Oh my
You
god!
wouldn't be into that, Maury. Come on.
What's Firefly Lane?
Firefly Lane is with Katherine Heigl.
It's a great show.
It's
I agree with you, Maury.
Fantastic.
I don't.
What's it about?
So they're two best friends. They grew up together as little kids. They
Boring.
have separate
Next.
careers.
Boring.
No, he started it off wrong.
Okay, let me try again.
That's what I'm hitting
Let
next.
me try again.
Stop, Maria. Stop him if he gets it wrong.
Okay.
Okay, let me.
Yeah.
So, one. Okay, but they are best friends. The
Okay,
mom
stop.
of one.
Stop.
Let me
Okay, try again, Maury. Try
Okay,
again. Try again.
Okay, girl and family live across the street from other girl.
Stop
and
right there. Just stop.
Okay, sell the show, Maury. Sell the show.
Oh my God! Would you love to watch a show of two girls growing up together with different childhoods? One mother has a problem with drugs. The other family is takes this girl in. They grow up together. They have different paths, but yet they still become best friends. They end up working together, and there's like a workplace relationship. One's jealous of the other, and then one is dying at the very end of cancer.
To answer your question, no. I do not.
Maria didn't stop me this time.
I just wanted to hear how you were going to go with that.
I do not want to watch this show. I have no interest in this
so
show.
good.
It is a great show. I can't lie, even though that was the explanation.
We're watching something completely different.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I'm often torn as to how I feel about Dakota Johnson. Some days I love her, and then other days I don't.
Who's
You know
that
what I mean? She's Anastasia Steele from 50 Shades.
Oh,
She always does weird interviews. She was the one that called out Ellen. Remember when Ellen was like, "You didn't invite me to your birthday," and she was like, "Yeah, I did." Like right on the show.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
like super uncomfortable.
Isn't her dad Don Johnson?
Yeah, and Melanie Griffith. Yeah.
Okay.
So she does an interview with the Wall Street Journal, and the Cut did a sort of article about that article. So let me read you the beginning of this.
Okay, go.
Dakota Johnson is known for two things seemingly at odds with one another: speaking truth to power and also lying.
Wow.
In which mode she was operating when she revealed to the Wall Street Journal that she requires a double-digit amount of sleep in order to feel normal. So Dakota Johnson said this. Dakota Johnson said this. If I'm not working, if I have a day off on a Monday, then I will sleep as long as I can. Sleep is my number one priority in life. So the question then becomes, well, what do you strive for? Like, what's your aim for sleep? She says, I'm not functional if I get less than 10 hours, followed by, I can easily go 14.
Girl.
She also said that bath time can be any time of the day, depending on her mental health status. She says, I'll get in a bathtub at any moment, any time of the day. If I'm in the middle of the day and I'm like, oh, God, what is this world? I'll get in the bathtub. She says she finds water.
Even when it's like 40 degrees outside in July?
And like 4 p.m. Yeah. She says that she finds water grounding. She meditates twice a day and works out 5 days a week.
Oh, good for her.
Does this not sound like somebody who has nothing going on?
Yeah, she got no
It's like
jobs.
14 hours a day, work out 5 days a week, meditate twice a day, and then the rest of the time you're in the tub. What a life. What a great life.
When you were reading all those stats off, Maria was nodding her head yes. Is that like the kind of life that you strive for?
No, but one of my best friends, she sleeps like 10 hours a day.
But
every day.
And like on the weekend, I know that like if I text her at like 7 a.m. with one of my other friends because we go to the gym together on Saturday mornings, she's still sleeping till like 11:30, 12. And she'll have been in bed from midnight, 1 o'clock the night before.
But I'm talking 14 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
14,
can't do that.
she's hit 14 multiple
Yeah,
times.
14.
Oh, yeah.
mean?
Hands down. She's hit 14
You get
hours.
sores at that point.
Like every day, though, Maria. We're talking every day.
No, every day I bet you I think she sleeps like 8 to 10 hours.
That's great.
8 is normal. 10 is
I'm so
extreme.
jealous.
12.
Yeah, I'm jealous.
I might get 14 in a week.
Whoa. But I love her. I think she's great.
Wow.
That's also a very Gwyneth Paltrow thing because she is dating Chris Martin, who used to be married to Gwyneth Paltrow. And Gwyneth Paltrow and Dakota Johnson are actually now really good friends. And that sort of like making sleep the priority and sleeping as long as you can is a very Gwyneth Paltrow thing, who I also love Gwyneth Paltrow.
I wish I can get that kind of sleep.
14 hours. That's like what? Like you go to bed at midnight and wake up at 2?
Yeah.
That's my
doesn't that sound
weekends.
great?
That's crazy.
I don't know if I could sleep
It's
in
not
that
good
long.
for you.
No,
Like
I wouldn't be
anymore.
able to do. No. Yeah, you're right. Like I would never be able to do that. But like striving for a minimum like 8 hours. Oh man.
Yeah, see, I don't know about you, but you guys have been waking up a lot earlier than I have, but I can't sleep in anymore past like 8 a.m.
No.
Oh no.
Like at all.
sleeping
On weekends,
in.
I'm like up.
More.
Yeah.
What time did you get up like 2 weekends ago on a Saturday, More? What time do you wake up?
That would have been like between 12:30 and 1.
And what time did you go to bed?
Probably 9.
What do you mean, 9?
No, you didn't,
No,
you liar.
didn't.
On the Saturday night?
You didn't sleep from 9 p.m. until 12 noon.
I would go to bed at 9, watch some TV, fall asleep, wake up when Matthew comes
No,
to
what
bed. and
time
then
did
sleep.
you fall asleep?
What time did you go to
Okay.
bed? Like fall asleep?
11.
11. And then you walk the dog at what time in the morning?
In the morning, I will
Yeah.
get up and then go back to bed. Like I'll
What
bring him
time?
downstairs at 5 and then go back to bed.
5. That dog, he's got you whooped, huh?
But when I wake up on the weekends, I'll get up from the bed and go lie down on the couch.
It's how you get sores, man. It's how you get sores.
It
You want?
explains a lot.
Yeah. I wonder why that ass is so white.
But firm.
Yeah, uh-huh.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Drew Barrymore was called cringy. I don't know if you saw this clip.
What happened with us?
So Oprah was on the show, and Drew is like very touchy. Like she gets down on the ground and like worships people and stuff like this.
weird. Oh my
It's just
God,
weird.
what?
It's just Drew Barrymore being Drew Barrymore. Okay? And I guess there was one part where they were talking about how great Oprah what used to be to her audience, and Drew was like holding Oprah's hand like really tight against her face, but also like stroking her arm, like rubbing like Oprah's arm during the entire conversation. It looked very weird. So here's a little clip just so you get a sense of what the conversation was.
Something that I learned about you, because I didn't know this detail, was that you would spend time with the audience outside of the show you were filming.
So she's holding her.
One thing that I've done
And, like,
is spend
rubbing
time
her
with the
arm.
audience every day. And
Well,
I
what's
had
the look on Oprah's face at this point?
Totally nothing. Like it's not even happening.
Their fingers are interlocking.
So yeah, so like Drew took Oprah's hand and brought Oprah's hand right up towards her face. And at this point is just like rubbing her arm. And everybody's like, yo, this is super weird. Like boundaries, girl.
Yeah.
But then TMZ caught up with Oprah to ask Oprah about it.
Congrats on all the nominations already. But you know, we gotta ask you, right? You got viral, girl, as usual. You know, Drew Barrymore was holding your hand for dear life. And fans want to know, were you uncomfortable at any point?
Not a bit.
I know that's right.
Not a bit. I was actually comforted by the stroking of the
Really?
arm. I went home and told Stedman, you got to stroke my arm. Stedman, I need to be stroked on the arm. So comforting. No, I was not uncomfortable at all. I've never seen her do that, but I thought it was endearing, is what I thought.
I love that. Yeah, Oprah, why wouldn't she want to hold your hand?
Well, I thought it was really great. So thank you. Thank you for asking. She's terrific, and I love that she is always herself. So I really like that. Thank you so much.
appreciate you so much. Thank you.
Oh, Stedman got some work to do at home.
You know what's so funny is that Catherine's parents, right? Like Catherine's mom's English. Dad spent a lot of time in England and everything else. They don't say pet. Like you don't pet the dog or the cat. You stroke it, right?
No.
And so I'm always like dying because like
You got 4 cats at home.
Like they're like stroke the dog. And to me, where I grew up, stroking was something completely different.
Still is, friend.
Is it? Okay.
Yep.
That's not okay.
Still is.
And I'm dying inside every time I'm over there. Every time I hang around with her dad, right? It's like always like stroke the cat or stroke the dog. And in my head, I'm like, oh God, nobody's witnessing. I'm dying alone over here, and everybody's just acting like it's normal. It's the best thing in the world. It's so funny.
It still means what it means.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Looking at all the pictures of Taylor Swift's birthday party last night.
Super lit.
Who was there? Blake Lively was there. Gigi Hadid was there.
Never get invited to
Anthony
parties.
from Queer Eye was there.
The newly single Anthony?
Yes.
Who else was there?
Was he booed up with anyone, or at least trying?
The Haim sisters were there.
Yeah.
The boyfriend was not, though. Travis Kelce was not. He was at mandatory practice in
Gotta
Kansas
do it.
City. Gotta do it.
You couldn't go after practice? Come on.
You got to get on a plane and all that stuff, man. You can't be living that life. Who else do I see? Who's that? Zoe Kravitz was there.
Plus,
Miles Teller
Travis's
was there.
team, they lost that game the other day. Like, you know for damn sure. That
Yes.
team was like, you are not traveling anywhere. Like, we got to practice.
Yep, that's right. Looked like a fun party. I mean, it's all just pictures of people on the sidewalk, but
did she have
on the sidewalk?
Yeah, because it's just not from inside the party. It's just from everybody going into the party,
Oh.
right?
No cameras inside?
No,
Or like
no.
Sorry, no cameras, but like
No, there's no
No
footage
like
from-
no
I didn't-
media
I didn't see anything
or-
from inside,
or any
unless somebody
snitches.
posted something on social. I don't follow a lot of people like that, so I wouldn't.
Man, I want to go to one of these parties. I need to get
Yeah,
involved.
I mean, sure.
I'd love to be at a celebrity party sometime.
Yeah.
You know, Drake, if you're listening.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Draymond Green suspended indefinitely.
Oh my God. Yo, Draymond, you idiot.
Okay, so Golden State Warrior Draymond Green. This is his second suspension of the season.
By the way, if you need a visual, Draymond Green looks exactly like Shaq. Right? So when you see all the footage today of
Yeah.
Draymond Green and this, what Roz is about to talk about,
Yeah.
just know if you've never seen what Shem looks like, him and Draymond are twins.
Okay, so here's a little bit from the game when he and Yusuf Nurkic were tussling, and Draymond whips around and like backhands him right across the head.
Oh, man. Well, that's going to be a flagrant.
for
Now
sure.
they're going to just try to decide if they think it was excessive. It's going to be at least a flagrant one, could be a 2.
Which would be an ejection. Boy, that is a swipe across the face.
Oh, man.
I'm going to guess they're going to get him for a 2 on this one.
I think you're right, Coach. I think this may be the last of Draymond Green. We'll see.
Players under review for a potential flagrant foul.
Draymond Green about that life.
So this is
What a
his
thug.
second suspension of the season already. He was hit with a 5-game suspension last month after putting a guy from Minnesota in a chokehold. So here's Draymond defending his actions.
He was pulling my hip, and I was swinging away to sell the car. Made contact with him. As you know, I'm not one to apologize for things I meant to do, but I do apologize to you, sir, because I didn't intend to hit him. Unfortunately, I hit him. And so, like I said, I apologize to you, Seth, because I didn't intend to hit him.
Nah, you did.
And
Yeah, you did.
Here's Yusef.
What's going on with him? I don't know. Personally, I feel like that brother needed help. I'm glad he not trying to choke me. But at the same time, it nothing to do with basketball, man. Like, I'm just out there trying to play basketball and out there swinging. I think we saw that often, but hope he, whatever he got in his life, will get better.
Man, 2 suspensions in 2 months, and this one's indefinitely.
And last year, he stomped on a guy's chest.
Yeah. Let's not forget that one.
And he's kicked people in the nuts before. Like,
He's just, he don't care. Draymond Green.
So indefinitely. So is he done?
Draymond Green is
while,
for the
yeah.
streets. Right?
Yeah, he really is.
Like, for real. Draymond Green is for the streets.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, you can't, like, stomping guys and nutting guys and...
You know what, though?
Yeah.
I kind of like that he does all this.
Well, it's entertaining for like it's really nobody like there's no permanent damage done. Like everybody's sort
I
of
know.
fine, right? These
Yeah,
are giants fighting giants. Like but it makes the game. You're right. It makes the game a little interesting. I like it. I do too. I'm a
Free
fan.
Draymond.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Got to hear this, man. Okay, so 2 guys in Colorado get arrested and they're give a court date. So they got arrested for shoplifting at a Kohl's store, which is just like a regular store in the U.S., right?
Like department store?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So they were charged with felonies. Their lawyers tried to get it knocked down to a misdemeanor. So the difference between felony and misdemeanor is whether it's over $2,000 or under $2,000.
Okay.
They stole over $2,000 worth of stuff.
Which is very easy to prove because you just tally up the dollar amount.
Their lawyers, however, tried to knock it down from a felony to a misdemeanor because the stuff they stole was on sale.
The defense argued and tried to convince a jury that these two defendants should not be convicted of felony theft, but rather a misdemeanor charge. We argued that it didn't really matter if the items were on sale or were discounted. Those discounts and sales prices should apply to paying customers only, not thieves.
I don't know.
The balls on those two.
I don't know.
Smart defense.
Like, listen, if I show up to a store
yeah,
and I go to return an item and I don't have a receipt,
yeah,
what do they normally do? They say, well, fortunately, you'll get the refund. Unfortunately, your refund will be at the last sale price.
Right. Right.
So even if I bought it at full price,
yes,
and I take it back and I got no receipt, they're going to give it to me, my refund, as what the last sale price was.
But you not see the difference in what you're saying to what they did? They stole the stuff.
But it was on sale. This is called thief math right there.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Ba-da-da-da. Man, people are coming for Oprah, and it hasn't happened in a very long time. Like,
what should you know?
Well, because Oprah's the savior for so many people, and she's been so open and honest about her weight over the years, like, you know, showing up on set in a new season in like skinny jeans and all this. Like, she made it a part of her brand, right? She's the face of Weight Watchers, and she was doing a lot of press for The Color Purple and showing up just looking dynamite, but very, very small. And when people started asking her, because of Weight Watchers, she's the ambassador for Weight Watchers. You can ask Oprah about her weight, right? That's just the way it goes.
Part of the business.
Part of the business. And she was saying she did it the old-fashioned way, basically, but then she does an interview with People magazine where she talks about using a drug.
Oh. Like what? Like Ozempic?
Like
or something?
Ozempic. She didn't name the drug, but what she said was, I now use it as I feel I need it. I know that I'm not also working out and vigilant about all these other things. I eat my last meal at 4 o'clock, drink a gallon of water a day, and I use the Weight Watchers principles of counting points. But she says of the drug, it felt like a redemption and a gift is what she said.
Yikes.
So she spent a lot of time not talking about drugs like Ozempic, and now she's admitted to it. So a lot of people sort of feel, I guess, betrayed by her.
Weight Watchers are going to have to drop her
as the ambassador for Weight Watchers. Yeah, I mean, I don't think you can drop Oprah.
No.
I
also think it just looks bad because of the amount of people who can't get their hands on Ozempic right now.
That's the whole
which is like the whole thing. I think why people are freaking out.
Yeah, and it's a bad look for Oprah as well because, you know, the amount of people who have diabetes that can't get their hands on Ozempic, right? Like,
which that drug, that's what it's made for those people.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, it's not a good look. It's not a good look.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
It's Whammageddon season. Do you know what this is?
Whammageddon?
Whammageddon season.
Okay.
So Whammageddon is a challenge that I guess it's been going on for like 20 years or something like that. That was started in, I think, like Denmark by these two dudes. And the challenge starts on December 1st and goes right until Christmas Eve. And the goal is to avoid hearing Last Christmas by Wham at all costs. Oh, Dan, you just outed a lot of people.
But why would you not want to hear this?
That's such a nice song.
Because, listen, people are sick of it. And it's just a fun game. It's just a fun game. So here's the rules. The object is to go as long as you can without hearing Wham's Last Christmas.
You lost.
Rule number 2, the game starts on the 1st and ends on the 24th. Rule 3, only the original applies. Rule 4, you're out as soon as you hear the song.
Everybody's out.
One special.
The bonus
it's
rule.
such a great song, though.
If you post it on social media when you got out.
Yeah.
And the final rule, we can't stop you from deliberately sending your friends to Whamholla. The intention is that this is a survival game, not a battle royale. So don't be a dick, is what they say.
Oh, wow.
So don't send it to people.
Oh,
But
like
we
Rick
just-
rolled them?
Yeah.
Like Wham rolled them?
Yes, but we just...
What do you mean by the original only counts? This is the original, right?
The original only
Yeah,
counts,
but everyone
yeah.
else has covered it. Like, there's a ton of people.
Oh, this is hilarious. Apparently a DJ.
Uh-huh.
Apologized, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
hold on.
Wait, what happened?
It won't let me read this thing. I have to sign in for an account.
Yeah, okay.
Anyways, it says a DJ played it in front of thousands of people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess people were all out of that at like an
Wait,
event.
What if, and we've never done this on the show before, what if every single song that we play for the remainder of the show
You want to do that again?
today,
Oh, Lord.
again, when we do before, is if we played Last Christmas by Wham.
It'll be our last Christmas.
It will be.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Sean Diddy Combs lost his deal with Hulu over all these allegations of sexual assault and rape.
Bruh.
So James Corden's company was actually the ones who were putting Diddy plus 7 together. It was a whole family affair with Diddy and all his kids and the whole family. They'd actually been seen shooting in and around Los Angeles and Miami. And according to Rolling Stone, that deal is now dead. No show for Diddy.
Man, Diddy, I feel like over the next few months, we are going to be hearing more and more and more stories about him and that era that he kind of helped populate.
Yeah.
Like, there's no coming back for Diddy.
Yeah.
I think he's done. He's finished.
Yeah.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Tell me how you feel about this. Listen to this. This is Jonathan Majors. Jonathan Majors starred the Marvel movies and the last, not Rocky movie, Creed film. So last week we were talking about, they played in the courtroom. The jurors got to hear it, where he was going off. It was a clip where he was talking to his girlfriend, saying that she needed to be more like Michelle Obama because he was a great man and he needed a great woman to stand by his side. So they've actually released the clip.
No, they didn't.
So this is the clip. So I guess the argument starts because he was at home and she comes in from a night out with her friends after drinking. So here, listen to this.
Period. This is action. Period. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Do you really go, baby? Do you really?
Yes.
Then how dare you come home drunk and disturb the peace of our house when we have a plan? I would like to get to the point where your friends know what job I'm on and go, I think Grace is gonna be out of commission. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I won't.
No, you understand that? Because that team, that unit, right? Grace has to be in a certain mindset to support Coretta Scott King. You know who that is? That's Martin Luther King's wife.
Oh my God.
Michelle Obama, Barack Obama's wife.
I know, I'm not. I shouldn't have gone out. I'm sorry.
Let me just lay it out for you, right? If I'm just gonna say this. My temper, my trauma, blah, all that said, right? And I'm gonna say I'm a great man, a great man.
Oh my God,
The
Jonathan.
woman that supports me, that I support, that needs to be a great woman and make sacrifices the way that man is making for her and for them ultimately. Last night, 2 nights ago, you did not do that. You did not do that.
I'm sorry.
Which took away from the plan.
Okay. This changes everything. Like, I was a great supporter of Jonathan Majors.
Yeah.
When he was set up to be the next guy in Hollywood, was getting all the magazine covers. Everyone was like,
right,
hyping him up. Creed 3, Marvel, he was the future. And I was like behind this guy. Right. And then all these stories. And even when the allegations happened and then certain things were said and like refuted, and I was like, man, I think this guy is still a great guy.
Right.
But after all of this, F you, Jonathan.
Okay.
Like, how
So
dare you?
This that audio proves that he's an a-hole. It doesn't prove that he did what he's being accused of doing.
No, but you should not
Right?
be Jonathan
But he
Majors.
is-
You cannot be speaking.
Yes, he's an a-hole.
Yes, you
But
can't be speaking
he's not
like that.
necessarily guilty of the thing he's being accused of being.
You are guilty of your actions in the this is bad.
That's a hell of a way to talk to
This
somebody.
is
When
bad.
you're
You
at
do
that
not
level,
talk,
boy,
right? You don't talk to anybody like that, Jonathan Majors. You jerk. Like, how dare you?
Yeah, I know.
Right?
I
Coming in with the I work and I do all of this. F you. I
Get
do
off
all
your
of
high
this.
horse, man.
I do all of this.
I think
Screw
that
you,
these
Jonathan
I think
Majors.
that these conversations happen in relationships far more than we think they do.
Oh, they do.
Oh, they do.
Oh, they do.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I'm not even going there.
What? You got some comments? No?
Yeah,
You don't want
I'm
to
not
read
gonna
them?
go
No?
there.
Okay, cool. All right.
To the person who sent the comment that they just sent, you know who I'm talking to. F you too.
Okay, wow.
I don't care about you.
Wow. Damn.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Tesla is recalling nearly all of its vehicles sold in the U.S. and Canada, which is more than 2 million cars, 190,000 of which are in this country, to update the software and fix a defective system that is supposed to ensure drivers are paying attention while using autopilot. Regulators say that the update will increase warnings and alerts to drivers and even limit the areas where basic versions of autopilot can operate. The recall comes after a 2-year investigation. The agency says its investigation found autopilot's method of making sure that drivers are paying attention can be inadequate and could lead to, quote, foreseeable misuse of the system. Safety experts said that while the recall is a good first step, it still makes the driver responsible and doesn't fix the underlying problem that Tesla's automated systems have with spotting and stopping for obstacles that are in their path.
So they can get all those vehicles back?
It's a total recall is what it is.
It can't just be because everything's automated, right?
Nope.
It can't just be like a software update. I can do over Wi-Fi.
I don't think that I think it's not an update that's needed. I think the tech needs to be better is what they're saying, right?
It's not like, when a new iOS comes out, for example, on my phone.
Yeah.
Right? It'll automatically update overnight when I'm sleeping.
Teslas do that.
Oh.
With a lot of stuff.
But just this one's more technically involved, I guess.
Yes, it's more involved, yes.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Luke Combs got himself involved in like a whole thing.
What happened?
So there was a Luke Combs fan, a woman by the name of Nicole Harness, and she's not well. Like, I think she was dealing with some sort of like medical treatments that she needed. And she runs a home business of just selling stuff on Amazon.
Okay.
And she sells tumblers, like those drinks with the lid, right? And you can customize them and put like a picture on the inside.
Sure.
And she was selling ones, like a Luke Combs one on Amazon. And so
make a few bucks.
Yeah, make a few bucks. So this is what happened. I'll play a little bit of the news story to get into this here.
Nicole Harness's only job is selling homemade tumblers and T-shirts through Amazon. She's a big Luke Combs fan and says after she went to his concert in Tampa this summer, she decided to offer a Luke Combs-themed tumbler. After selling just 18 of them, she learned Combs sued her, along with various others, for selling counterfeit merchandise.
Oh, no.
The worst part, the case is already closed, and the judge ordered her to pay $250,000 to Combs.
$250K?
Okay, yeah.
Bruh.
So here is Nicole explaining as best she could what she did, why she did it, and just pleading for any sort of help.
So how much money did you make on the tumbler that's in question?
$380.
So $380.
Correct.
And you're willing to give him that money.
Exactly.
But $250,000.
I don't have. Like I said, I didn't mean any harm. I'm a supporter of Luke Combs. I respect him. This is not something I meant
Oh, no.
to go wrong like this. I just want to get back to my day-to-day life.
Oh, no. I feel
Okay.
bad for this girl.
So then Luke Combs found out about this, woke up first thing in the morning. And
Yeah.
so this is Luke Combs' response.
I woke up at 5 a.m. to use the restroom, and the first thing I saw was this. A woman that's being sued by me for $250,000. I spent the last 2 hours trying to make this right, trying to figure out what's going on, because I was completely and utterly unaware of this. And so we do have a company that goes after folks, only supposedly large corporations operating internationally that make millions and millions of dollars, making counterfeit T-shirts, things of that nature, running illegal businesses. And apparently this woman, Nicole, has somehow gotten wrapped into that. And that makes me absolutely sick to my stomach. So I was able to get Nicole's phone number. I spoke to her this morning. She told me that, she was absolutely shocked by this. I'm so apologetic. Talking to her, it makes me sick. Honestly, that this would happen, especially at the holidays. I can't imagine being in her shoes. She told me there's $5,500 locked up in her Amazon account. I'm going to double that, send her $11,000 today, just so she doesn't have anything to worry about. She was never supposed to be involved in anything like this. No fan should ever have to be involved in anything like this. And she got in trouble, apparently, for making tumblers. So I'm going to make my own tumbler today that's going to go up today. I'll keep you posted on that, but all that money is going to go to Nicole and her family to try to help with her medical bills. Hopefully that can help her out. This is not something that I would ever do. This is not the kind of person I am. I'm not greedy in any way, shape, or form.
Wow, Luke Combs looking at his lawyers and their entire team like...
Yo, you're sick to my stomach.
And he did do the Tumblr. It's for sale.
It's for sale. It's on the website. Was there a better way to handle that? I don't think so. No. I think he handled...
I think it's great.
Yeah?
Here's what I think.
Okay.
Could have been better.
Okay.
Not saying that all this money he's donating and what he already has done so quickly to make the situation better.
Yes.
Right? Selling the tumblers, cool, man, do your thing.
Okay.
But why didn't he offer Nicole the chance to make the tumblers, and those tumblers is what people can buy?
Because I think that he's selling them for way more, and he will sell way more of them.
Sure. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Can't he just go to the court and say, I don't agree? Can't they throw it out? Can't they just cancel the whole thing?
I mean, hey, listen, they can come to some sort of agreement, but that doesn't, they locked her out of her Amazon account. Like she was saying that she had $5,500 in the Amazon account that Amazon won't let her have. Because she lost this lawsuit. She was selling counterfeit items on Amazon. Like, that screws her entire side hustle.
Yeah, poor girl.
Like, everything about it.
But
so now Amazon lawyers need to get involved.
Yeah.
And
good on Luke Combs, though. Like, quickly making a change.
Sick to my stomach.
Yo, you're sick to my stomach.
I love that. I love that so much.
Yo, big up Plush. You gotta get her on the show sometime.
Yo, you're sick to my stomach.
What's the girl's name?
Plush.
Plush? Why hasn't she been on the show yet? She should come in and do the news with us one day.
Oh, lit.
Yo, you're sick to my stomach.
Oh, my God.
By the way, if you don't know who that is, that's a Toronto girl who became famous because she talks like a Toronto girl. Right?
Yeah.
That's really all, like, there's nothing else, right? Like, she's...
But she, like, really, like, has the accent.
Yeah.
It really puts it on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not real, though.
No.
Nah, fam.
No.
Yo, you're sick to my stomach.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10
on Kiss 92.5.
KISS925.com.
Or download the Kiss 92.5 app.